Hello, you are watching Jarran.mn News in English. 12 nurses were selected at the third stage of the I'm Nurse project, which was organized for the first time in the local health sector. After reporting the result of the work carried out for 2 months, the final selection was held today. Oyun Jargal, a nurse of Baintomusam Health Center, got the highest score in the third stage of the competition, while Batchimek, a nurse of the ophthalmology department of Jarran Medical Center, and Engtsaya, a nurse of the Jarran.mn Family Health Center, were selected as the next best.
A total of 12 nurses will be awarded a prize in a total of 3 stages of competition, which taking the initiative to provide medical assistance, social health care, public-oriented humanitarian work, and many other projects. Today, our judges included a total of 5 judges from the Department of Health, the associations of senior doctors and nurses in Jarran province, and representatives of the Mongolian Nursing Society from Ulaanbaatar. Each participant presents a project that has been in place for 2-month period and is scheduled to release the final score of the contest today. I've just presented a report on the result of my phase 3 work. I nurses have a lot of complex tasks, but for now, the eye viewing and diagnosis is important in the nursing. It has never been done before. It is right to increase involvement of nurses to prevent people from being blinded by these days. I successfully organized Харага хамгаалцгай тоглоход учир бие training for a total of 1,367 children in 17 gardens in Hirlan's Jarran province, in the form of content and handing out training materials. The school and kindergartens were rested, so I partnered with 25 children at the Anna Home Center and taught 2 sets of exercises. I first graduated as a traditional therapy nurse and how work as a community health nurse. I think the countryside is unique of providing child support services and services on all sides, including the elderly and pregnant women. For me, as a traditional therapy nurse, I work with more care for my seniors. Since 2016, it has been working continuously for the 8 years, supporting its health center in Hulunbur. I have been preparing to present my nursing results on 3rd stage. I believe that medical nurses are people who carry 70 to 80% of hospital work. And on the other hand, this project focused more on keeping the profession of these people at a high level of theory as well as solving social problems. 12 people were supposed to participate in today's 3rd round. Unfortunately, 1 person didn't participate due to health reason. We selected 11 people at this stage. People are presenting their report, analyzing the work they have done, reporting what they have done in the field of social service, what they have done in the field of nursing, and on the other hand, it is the 3rd stage of the competition, which is important for developing such actions for what measures this sector needs to take in the future. First of all, I believe that the main goal of the I'm Nurse competition has been met. This is because these people took the theoretical practice test and, on the other hand, did research and analyzed their own work.
The best 3 nurses will be given 20 million Mongolian turuk each to support them in buying an apartment. This competition will be organized yearly. According to the government's decree, growers will be paid 100,000 Mongolian turuk per ton or 100 Mongolian turuk per kilogram of vegetable. Today, the Department of Food and Agriculture is organizing a training to provide financial incentives to the people who grow vegetables. About 90 farmers from 9 zones took part in the training and registered in electronic system of incentives.
According to resolution number 118 of 2002 of the government of Mongolia, it was decided to provide incentives for 10 types of vegetables. In order to provide this bonus, we are presenting the basic requirements of how to receive the bonus for the training of our electronic system in order to create a situation where the bonus can be credited to your account if you fill in your information electronically with less hassle. As of today, about 80 people are participating. There are many problems that our farmers are not aware of. Today we are working with everyone on the ground to make them aware of this. And we believe that once we get this knowledge, we will be able to enter all of our information online and start giving incentives from September 1st. There are three main requirements for getting a bonus. First, it must be entered into the electronic database with the contract for the use, ownership, or lease of agricultural land. Second, before buying and selling, a certificate of origin must be issued. Third, when selling, sales with VAT means that you provide a VAT receipt to the person you buy from. If you solve these three main problems and send it to the electronic system, the bonus will be credited to your account if your information is correct. It means that if the receipts are complete according to how many kilos of vegetables you sell, the amount will be credited to your account. Giving a bonus is delicate vegetables makes our work life very convenient. I have been growing vegetables for 20 years. In 20 years, such as resolution has never been seen. So this is very important for us. Of course, if we want to plant, then bring living things to life and then standardized food products, we will have to deal with various problems. Secondly, selling is a big problem. At the policy level, all conditions for meeting, talking, people will be provided. Buying it online, there are also financial problems. But now this is done intelligently online, which really saves our work. Vegetable growers will be able to receive incentives from the vegetables they grow, and according to this, they will be able to show receipts or e-receipts from the taxes office. So people will get their business owner code from the tax office and then give the receipts, which will increase the local tax revenue. In today's training, I prepared a PPT on how to show a payment receipts or QR receipts and gave the information to vegetable farmers.
This training is organized regionally and will be held on 12th of this month for vegetable growers of other zones. Today, as part of preparation for winter, Donut Public Utility updated the barriers of clean water inlet lines of residential buildings. In particular, the barriers have been replaced in the wells of clean water line located on the north side of Chadango Center and School Number 5. By changing the barrier, it will be possible to distribute drinking water continuously.
As part of our organization's winter preparation work is underway to replace the barriers of the central water supply lines. 2 days ago, the notice was sent to consumers and the notice was given to shut off water temporarily from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This work will last until 17. In general, it can be understood as the work being done in preparation for winter. Marshall Quarter Building 51 and 52, one block with the main line of 150 central line wells outside other office. Also behind the fifth school, the cold water barrier of the Donut University's TSC7 line means that two works are going on at the same time. In the framework of this work, to enter into an organization where the use of clean water is not closed to consumers in general, but only to their houses and neighborhoods. In addition, this work is being done because the number of tasks is to flush out the mains and renew the shutters when washing.
Тийм учраас ирдэж байгаа ажлуудыг ойлгож байна.
The problem of dirt and dust on the paved roads of Chobasan city has attracted a lot of criticism from the citizens. Thus, from the 4th of this month, the province assigned the relevant sectors to reduce the road dust. Today, Chobasan Development started to use the road clearing machine. The car has the capacity to facilitate the work of 5 to 6 people. It is impossible to use in winter because it works on the electricity. Battery freezes in the cold season.
It is said to make a quick repair work that gave us directions 7 days ago. Accordingly, we have replaced one machine, repaired it, and put it on the work site. And this week, this electric car will start working in the central part. Our large road sweeper sweeps the dirt early in the morning or in the evening when there is less traffic. There are 2 small electric cars in the province. Before, the reason why it wasn't released was because the broom was out quickly, and when we tried to buy items such as broom, batteries, we were stuck due to customs issues. So we spent a lot of time beyond repair. For a small car in general, the exact purpose is that our workers are able to get behind it after cleaning the road. It is impossible to get into thick, settled dirt if the entire area is cleared with the work of 5 to 6 people will be eased. For this spring, we stopped but because our brooms and other accessories were worn out and unusable. Currently, one technique is fully operational.
June of the previous year, 2 road clearing cars worth 40 million Mongolian were handed over to Chobasan Development Company. Now only one is working properly. Due to the shortage of cleaning techniques using snowplows, however, the car has the advantage of facilitating human effort, but it is not intended for use in summer, and therefore it raises a lot of dust in the air. It is impossible to determine whether the dust level is normal on the roads of Chobasan city. National Agency Meteorology and Environmental Monitoring conducted a measurement to determine the amounts of total particles in 20 minutes with a portable device. According to the measurement, road particles are 2 times higher than the standard level.
Although the 20-minute average concentration is 500 micrograms divided by the standard cubic meter, the result of the Milan measurements were 1040. So this means that it has 2 times more than the standard. Total particles means that all particles, large and small or fine, are included in the total particles.
If the portable device is operated for 24 hours, it will be able to determine the particle size more precisely up to PM 2.5 and PM 10. However, the total amount of particles in the ambient air is determined by the measurements made in 20 minutes. Residents of Chobasan are still breathing in particles in the summer. Dirt and dust from the paved road rise into the air, creating a gray haze. Because a large number of cars move on this road, the dust is constantly raised by their wheels, which harms our health. The citizens breathe in the particles, and people have symptoms such as runny nose, sore throat, and cough.
It is too dusty. It is a real issue to be discussed. Due to high dust, colds and flu are at their peak. We even have a child with allergies we caught as soon as they leaves the house. If it doesn't rain, there is a lot of dust. When I go to Hente and Sukwater, the urban environment organizations sprinkles water on the paved roads, but our Chabalsan doesn't do that. So there is a lot of dust, especially if it's residential area with a central paved road. It is difficult to get there. At least when I get into the taxi, dust comes in through the window. In general, there is a problem of dust. It is very dry and the road is full of dirt and dust. So how should we manage this now? And if we have to take measures, we need to take them.
There is one station in Chobosan which measures the finest particle up to PM 2.5. According to the National Agency Meteorology and Environmental Monitoring, the particles of Chobosan city didn't exceed the standard.
7-month average was a fixed measurement average of 7 micrograms divided by the cubic meter. The standard for PM 1.5 is 50 micrograms divided by cubic meters, and the monthly average doesn't exceed the standard. The main thing is that result is measured on the stationary watch. In the case of Chabalsan, regular survey work is carried out winter season when there is a lot of dust on the roads with mobile dusting equipment. This work has been temporarily stopped during the summer.
Particulate matters weren't measured on the highways producing the most dust. Particulate can be measured with a portable analyzer to determine the total size. It is impossible to measure fine particles or PM 2.5 that go directly into the human lungs. Anyway, it is necessary to reduce road particles that can be smelled and seen by us. In Chobosan city, paved roads are increasing with pedestrian and cycle tracks, but they are as dusty as earth roads. There are 44 kilometers of paved roads, 50% of which are owned by Chobosan Development Company, which cleans 22 kilometers of roads. Up to 1.5 kilometers of road is cleaned per day, and it is completely cleaned in 10 days. They have only 16 employees, and they clean it by hand.
In our work, all work is always decided by the weather. When it rains, the dirt cannot be overcome. Recently, there is a lot of sun, so we let the workers out at 4 o'clock in the evening and work until 8 o'clock.
2 road sweepers were bought with 40 million Mongolian Turuk by the local budget last year. The machine stopped working last summer. Roads are being cleaned by human power without any equipment.
In fact, if a car that meets the intended standards comes, it will save a lot of time for us because people don't pick up dirt from the middle. It is pushed behind because the wheels, which don't meet our standards, are small and cannot go over the speed limiter. Also, the broom wears out quickly. A special broom for sweeping the road. It looks like it is being swept with the household broom. We are using our resources. There is no need to stop cleaning the road because there is no special broom from China.
In addition to paved roads, workers were responsible for cleaning 7.4 kilometers of sidewalks, 3 squares, 35 sunshades, 12 bus stops, and 10 monuments. Others are cleaned once a week, except for sidewalks and roads. 1 to 1.5 kilometer road and footpaths are cleaned every day. But the road swept in the morning turns back to dirt after a few hours.
When I finish cleaning, I look back and see that the previously cleaned road is back to dirt, especially at 5.5. If I go to this road several times, I won't be able to overcome it. Also here and there, the road is very potholed and the water falls on it and the dirt gets into the tracks of the tires. As the development of our province is expanding, a lot of buildings and houses are being built. And because of this increasing number of roads, 16 employees are not getting anywhere.
The dust on the roads increases even more after rain. In such a situation, cleaning is ineffective. This problem will appear with the summer season and will continue to adapt to this condition. Allergies and respiratory disease caused by dust will increase. But the dusting of the roads is a big issue in our province. The land allocation was organized at the office of First Bag of Herdensom because the process of land allocation is always controversial. This time, citizens have been standing in line for 2 days and voluntarily organized themselves to register. A total of 443 citizens have written down the number and size of land they will get. Since 9 o'clock, according to the register, they kept a record of who entered and took the land and when they came out. According to the citizens' registration, 309 citizens have acquired land and 192 plots haven't been allocated, but the land office has stopped the activity. Thus, the citizens are complaining and expressing their opinion that the land allocation was done unfairly.
After writing them all like 1, 2, 3 and at the 185th person, 500 places will end. From the beginning, 41 people have acquired land, 16 lands were taken and 11 lands are still being taken away. And a total of 118 lands were taken. There are a total of 147 lands. It is being lowered by 29 and it is moving to the second part, making it 142 lands. Then the number of lands which acquired is 125 and the 500th one is 212 and so begins the third part. At first, when we were going, a land service specialist came out and informed us that the land has run out. A land service specialist said that out of 500, only 60 are left and 440 are finished. If you think about it, there are 309 of those people, 23 of them have acquired land and 37 have not. As of today, 309 people have received land. The most important thing is that I checked their documents when they entered and one person with their child entered with 4 documents, so 3 people have 12. I have checked completely whether a person who comes in to buy 1 and leaves with 2. Some people were going to take 4, but they went out with 3 and made up for the previous one, as it went on 29 period. I'm very sorry, last year lands disappeared just like that. I don't know when it suddenly came out that the land was finished. Actually, they are still under the protection of the police. We want land. How do the bosses get the land without queuing up? However, they have hundreds of lands. We have no land. We have carefully checked and calculated and we have been sitting here since yesterday. But when they were saying that there were more than 200 lands less than the estimate, suddenly the land service specialist came out and said that the land was finished, so our desire is to get acquainted with the documents elected to 500 lands today. Where can we go to solve our problems? We would like to get acquainted with the documents because the name and phone numbers of all 116 people listed here are registered. If exactly 116 people match, it can be understood that 500 lands have been distributed. I just want to see the documents of those 500 people. Land service specialists have already defrauded about 200 places in front of the people. We are conducting double control. For example, if the person entering to acquire 4 lands actually got 4 lands, some of them may have acquired 2 because the documents are missing. And that's why 200 places were missing. It was planned that almost 180 people would buy 500 lands, but only 110 people received the remaining ones. After standing at the entrance of the land office for 3 days, the land service specialist suddenly said that the land has run out. They say that only 60 citizens are left now. Numbers told by the land steward differ from the numbers told by the citizens, and this is where the misunderstanding has arisen. You must collect your information from the land steward. I don't know where it went.
Citizens would like to check their registration against the fact of the land. Promoting inclusive education project is being implemented at Dartmouth University by the European Union. Within the framework of the project, Dartmouth University is planning to train special education teachers. As preparation for this work, the meeting was organized in cooperation with the non-government organization Journey to Autism. In the meeting, the students of the special needs class of the 11th School of Herdensum, together with their parents, studied the educational experience of Turkey in educating children with autism. The organization aims to introduce the country's experience to Mongolia and create great opportunities for the children to attend training in their country.
In 2020, when my son was 3 years old, I first learned that he had an autism spectrum disorder. It has been a year and a half since I went to Turkey. Of course, I went during the difficult situation of COVID. Even though my son has 2 younger siblings, it is a problem that someone else might face. I didn't approach it with the attitude that I have found a way out by limiting this to my own child, because this is the time that might happen to the children of the neighboring family or someone else. This is a very serious situation that should be the focus of attention throughout Mongolia. Anyway, I found a lot of achievements by going to Turkey. In collaboration with the Autism Institute of Turkey, we have found a training course for 10 teachers in Mongolia. Then we will talk about what kind of people to work with in this field and how to make it a job. Bring volunteers from Turkey to train teachers and train doctors in Mongolia. It was a Facebook group that Autism Teaching Idol, and now I have made it a non-governmental organization. Well, today is a very good training. Educational parents of children with disabilities in Dartmouth province. Green Road site, together with Dartmouth University, is holding a training for parents. A teacher Tukso is one of the 11th school has a special needs class, and this course he is giving advice on how to deal with children and how to develop them. In addition, it was a good training on how to deal with the child, for which parents should be well prepared mentally. I'm very happy to participate in this course. This course is a bridge for us as October, who is living and working in Turkey, and how she is raising her children in that developed country. It is unique in that we organize a meeting to do everything we can together for these children. Today we are organizing this meeting with the purpose of hearing from someone far away and listening to the inner needs of mothers who care for their autistic children at home. As a government organization, we support the Autism Teaching Idol, initiated by teacher October, a Mongolian citizen living in Turkey, organized by an NGO, and human resources are very important in the university. So we are working together with Turkish universities with the goal of further students and teachers exchange programs.
Currently, around 50 children have participated in the training. It is now possible to train special education teachers. In addition, Dartmouth University has planned to exchange students who will be trained as special education teachers in Turkey. Thank you for watching. See you next time.